So on with our journey of the films premiering here in Indianapolis. We are here with Maggie, Jill, and Phineas of the movie Life Inside Out. Welcome to Indianapolis, guys.
Thank you so much. Beautiful town.
Beautiful movie. You premiered at the Heartland Film Festival. Tell us a little bit, as the writer, or as a co-writer, about the plot of Life Inside Out.
Well, Life Inside Out is a movie about a mom of 3 teenage boys who reconnects with her lost love for music that she gave away when her mother died suddenly when she was in her late teens, and she reconnects with it and takes her youngest son, who's very unhappy in the family of sporty jockey fishermen, along with her to some open mic nights, and he kind of finds his own home. So by rediscovering her own passion, she sort of helps him find his own way too.
So you were playing a mother and a son, and in real life you guys are mother and son.
Yes.
How was that for you, Phineas, playing alongside with your mom?
I have a really good relationship with my mom, I think, but in a relationship with your mom, you still have issues, and she's your mom, and so you don't always think the other one's right about everything. So in this case, I had to turn that off a little bit because she wrote the film and is the real star of the film. So she was like, I think you should read the line like this, or the director is my friend's mom, and it was all very like, okay. I had to take it, yeah.
And Jill, how did you, as a director, bring your vision to her original screenplay?
I read the screenplay and I fell in love with it. And Maggie and I did a lot of work in pre-production, just tightening things up and bringing. I was thinking visually. She had the written word down, and so I did a lot of thought visually how I wanted to tell that story, and worked a lot with our cinematographer, Guido Frenzel, setting up the kinds of shots that I wanted to compose for each particular scene.
You're writing this story from a woman's perspective, a perspective of not quite finding that time to live your dream. How are women connecting to the storyline?
It was men too. Our first screening that we ever had, we were really kind of blown away by how many men came up to us saying, I totally cried, I laughed, I cried, because it's really just a story about being a human being and what it's like to
Find yourself.
Yeah, find yourself and just live an authentic life, really.
You guys wrote a lot of the music that's in here. Tell me a little bit about performing, not just acting, but performing.
Well, I'm a performer. I have a band, and I write. As you said, we write our own songs. So I was relatively used to performing, but the film is done to playback in the club for continuity, and so we're singing, but it's a lot of lip syncing in the film, and that's tricky because you have to know exactly what your pre-recorded thing is, and if you take a breath in the recording, you have to go look like you're taking a breath. So that was an interesting component of it, and trying not to sweat a lot, so we didn't look like we're covered in water the whole time. Yeah.
It is definitely art mirroring life, mirroring art.
Call me when you find yourself, and I'll tell you what you want, yeah. There is no place I'd rather be than right next to you, my dear. Call me when you find yourself, and I'll tell you what you want, yeah. This is not the only way. It won't always be so unclear, no, oh, oh. No, oh, oh. Expect anyone to understand that it's not the life that you had planned.